here we are. We're headed into the fall season, and it's cooler and it can get outside and do a few more things. And so I was trying to think of some interesting things to do. Maybe I looked up some fall festivals, and I did some online, so I'm going to glance at my notes a little bit to make sure I get the dates right. But we're in northern Vermont right now. We're camping, and this area is very rich for leaf peeping and fall festivals, and a lot of people come to look at the leaves, the changing of the leaves, and also to participate in some of the festivals. Well, I thought, well, what are the most unique festivals around? So I went online, I found a few, and I'm going to put the websites in the comments listed below. And so be sure to check those out. But one of them I found was a cranberry festival, and that one is in Warren, Wisconsin, and it's the last weekend of September, so it'll be September 27th through the 29th. And they claim on their website that they're the world's largest cranberry festival. Now, I don't know if that's true or not, but they can say it if they want. But they do some tours of the cranberry fields, cranberry bogs, I'm not sure what they're called. And they have a big parade, and they have lots of street vendors and food trucks and, those kind of things. A lot of cranberry themed food. So that one's called Cran Fest. And cranberry, well, their website says Cran Fest. It's called Cranberry Harvest Festival. So be sure to check that one out. And then another one that I found was in, let me look at where it exactly is. I wrote it down. Oh, North Carolina. That one has one. It's called the North Carolina Pumpkin Chunkin' Festival. And it's on October 19th through the 20th. And again, I put the website in the comments so you can check out that, get the exact location and, what all's there. But that's where you can see pumpkins flying out of a catapult and shooting out of a cannon, and who can chunk one the furthest. And they also have some pie eating contests. You can check out where who has the best pies, and they have chili cook-offs, and they have street vendors and craft vendors and food vendors and just all kind of things. It'll give you a good chance to pick up some of those unique Christmas gifts you might want. So I'm sure there's a lot of homemade items there, handcrafted items. And then it's been going on for over 41 years. In Ithaca, New York, they have what they call an Apple Harvest Festival. And that one is, again, the end of September 27, 28, and 29. It's in the Finger Lake area of New York, so I'm sure the leaves will be turning there as well. It's kind of in the northern part, so, northern part of the country, so, the leaves do turn early. They have live music, street performers, craft, food vendors, they have farmers market, lots and lots of apples, and then, of course, the crisp fall airfield. So that's kind of cool. And, that one, again, I've got the website listed. But then the next one is very unique. It's called the Woolly Worm Festival, and it's held in Banner Elk, North Carolina, and it is October 19th and 20th. And their big thing is the famous woolly worm race. And you know what a woolly worm is, right? It's that little fuzzy caterpillar. It's got brown in the middle and black in the middle and brown on both ends, and they can predict the weather. So that one, it tells you, I think it's the length of the black tells you if it's going to be a hard or a light winter. So, it's kind of cool. We used to watch those when we were younger too. They always show them on TV so you can get an idea of what the weather's like. But another one is in Sonoma, California. It's Sonoma County, California. And it's called their Harvest, I think it's called Harvest Fair. And it is only one day. It's October 12th. And they highlight their wine regions, the rich agricultural area, the vineyards. And they call it now, it's called Taste, Toast, and Celebrate. And it honors the winemakers, the wine growers, and then also the culinary artists in the area. And that one, also, I have the website listed on that one down below, so be sure to check. And then I thought, I wonder if they do these internationally, if they have specific fall festivals internationally. So I looked around, and I found a few, and these you're going to have to Google because I didn't find really good websites. But there's one in Diwali, India, and it's a major religious festival, and it goes on for 5 days. And each day is, they do something different, and it's called the Festival of Lights. So they make and they light a lot of lanterns, and they share food, and they share time with family and with friends, and they have special festival food that they eat during those days, and it's usually in late October or November. So Google that one. China has one. It's called the Mid-Autumn Festival, and it's usually in September or October, or runs into both. I'm not real sure. And it honors the moon and the harvest. And sometimes they call it a moon festival or a moon cake festival. Not sure why they call it moon cake, but they do. And that's the same there. They make a lot of lanterns. They give gifts. They spend a lot of time with family and friends. I don't think it goes on for 5 days, but their main thing there is to celebrate the moon. Maybe for harvest. I'm not sure. And then Ireland and Scotland have a Celtic festival, and it's called Samhain. I'm not sure I'm pronouncing that right, but it's Samhain, and it marks the end of the harvest season and the beginning of winter. And I think it's celebrated the end of October and the first part of November. And there's lots of bonfires, lots of food, lots of costumes, and just a lot of fellowship with friends and family. And I'm sure they probably have some parades and, different vendors. Now, the one in France, I couldn't really pronounce the name, but I'll put it in the link, or in the comments. I don't have a link, but I'll put the name in the comments, and you can look it up. But it's called, I think, Fete des-Vendanges. It's 3 words, FETEDESVENDANGES. And it's held throughout France. And it's set to celebrate the wine production in the area, and then the Parisian lifestyle. Which, I guess, look it up and we'll see exactly what the Parisian lifestyle looks like. And then the last one I found when I did a search for international fall festivals was Thanksgiving in Canada. Now, Thanksgiving in Canada is very similar to Thanksgiving in the United States, but theirs is the first part of October and ours is the last part of November. But it's basically the same. And then, of course, fall, what better time to go camping and sit around the campfire with friends and roast marshmallows and hot dogs and s'mores and just enjoy the outdoors. Now, I would be outside right now, but we're in northern Vermont and it's raining, and it's been raining a lot. And I was going to go outside and walk around and just kind of talk outside, but I went out, did a few things, and it started raining again, so I'm back inside. But that's okay. But also, I mentioned we're in northern Vermont, and this is a big area for what's called leaf peeping. People come up here to look at the change of colors in all the fall leaves, and it's pretty good economic thing for the areas. There's people will come up, they'll drive around, they'll find a place to stay, they might take a tour, they might just look at the leaves, find nice restaurants, maybe a lodge, an Airbnb, or an inn somewhere. But it's very pretty. Now we're in the Champlain Valley of Vermont, and there is a website, and I'll put a link to it, that gives you suggested driving tours, and maybe where there's scenic pull-offs, and what to expect, places to stay. And now I don't have very many leaf peeped, is that a term? I don't know. I don't have very many pictures yet. It's just starting to turn here, and in about 3 weeks from now, we will be going through New Hampshire, another part of Vermont, into Rhode Island and Connecticut. And I'm planning to take lots of pictures, and I'll be posting some of those later. But I will give you some of the suggestions, and where I'll share some of the areas with you, and the links are in the next video. You can also find more on our Facebook page, EscapingNormalRV, or on our website, EscapingNormalRV.com, and of course on our YouTube videos, Escaping Normal RV. So we look forward to telling you more about this area, and we'll keep you posted on where we go next. And also I want to talk in one of the future videos about the difference between going camping and full-time RV living. It's different. And people always say, oh, I bet you enjoy camping. And I thought, we do, but it's different. So we'll talk about some of those differences later. So stay tuned. Look forward to talking to you later. Bye now.